why people like our show, because they know that we are checked by ABC News. But
we're checked by everybody.
Yeah, but we went from Walter Cronkite basically to this guy Joe Rogan, who believes in dragons. I checked it. He believes
in dragons.
He believes in dragons.
Did you triple source that?
Yes, I did. And he also thinks that dragons, like I guess like dinosaur-y type of animals, roamed the earth when people did. So this is the type of really, really bad information that's going out there.
Well, in defense, there are some really good news.
It's possible that Donald Trump did roam the earth when dinosaurs were here.
So take a look at the ratings. Like, they got great ratings on election day. We can give them that. The highest ratings ever. It was like 4.7 million or something. Okay, kudos to you. The day after election, everybody kind of wanted to tune in to just see them cry, I guess. That was worth something, even for me.
The swift decline of what was once regarded as the pinnacle of daytime television was unforeseeable. A simmering dispute turned into a dramatic chain of legal threats, backstage mayhem, and Sunny Hostin's iconic on-air meltdown that left fans stunned. A battlefield of shattered ties, tangible tension, and unresolved problems had replaced the once respected roundtable, which was renowned for its ferocious arguments and opposing viewpoints. How did everything go apart so completely? And was it possible for anyone to stop it? In retrospect, the seeds of disaster were sown during what appeared to be a routine incident.
This is it. Watch this. This is bonkers. Go full screen. This is literally bonkers.
A real estate mogul and a television star. But does he really want to add President of the United States to his resume? A lot of people would like him to. Please, let's find out, and please welcome my friend, Donald Trump.
My friend. My friend. Watch this. Just watch this. This is nuts. We're in an alternative universe. Okay? Because this is not that long ago.
Known for her unafraid remarks, Sunny launched into a biting indictment of a well-known somebody who was notorious for vigorously defending their reputation. Social media was in flames after her scathing and piercing comments. Some denounced her as reckless, while others commended her for her audacity. Even seasoned watchers thought her incisive remarks were on the verge of being defamatory. The opinion had always flourished on contentious discussions, but this time it felt different. Whispers of worry echoed through the production behind the scenes. Had the program finally gone too far and couldn't turn back? Lawsuits are nothing new for The View, producers told the staff, adding that the network has always survived them. The stakes felt exceptionally high, though, this time. There were rumors that the wrong individual had been offended by Sunny's criticism and was ready to turn the situation into a multi-million-dollar court dispute. These concerns were reinforced by the appearance of a menacing legal letter that accused Sunny and the whole production team, as well as senior ABC executives, of disseminating false information. The personnel fell silently into panic, and tension grew in the green rooms. Cracks were seen in The View's attempt to keep its dynamic format on screen. Whoopi Goldberg, who is normally good at guiding contentious conversations, appeared especially hesitant, while Joy Behar's attempts to lighten the mood were unsuccessful. It is clear that the co-hosts are wary of saying anything that could exacerbate the developing storm. Sunny, who appeared calm on the outside but was internally tormented by the debate, was at the center of it all. Why should this time be different when she has been speaking truth to power for years without suffering significant consequences? When legal action became an imminent reality rather than a threat, that confidence faltered. Sunny confided in close friends about her personal and professional anxieties, revealing the emotional strain. In the meantime, the debate extended outside of the performance. The negative publicity alarmed advertisers, who started to withdraw their sponsorships. The first big car company to back down was followed by other well-known companies, keen to disassociate themselves from the controversy. The show's future was in jeopardy without the backing of advertisers. At first, public interest drove a surge in ratings, but this wasn't enough to make up for the financial losses. ABC officials pushed Sunny to moderate her statements in a carefully prepared on-air statement in a desperate attempt to control the backlash. But Sunny was hesitant. Making such a statement can give the plaintiff's legal team more confidence by suggesting that her initial assertions are not entirely true. The network was left in a state of uncertainty as she repeatedly delayed the announcement. When the co-hosts' tensions finally erupted, it was the tipping moment. Behind-the-scenes relationships were strained as arguments that had previously only occurred on stage spilt into private talks. Then, on live television, Sunny broke down in a moment that would make headlines. Her unadulterated emotions astounded the audience. Now, the previously unflappable voice of The View seemed lost in the commotion she had inadvertently sparked. Shortly thereafter, ABC announced the startling decision to permanently discontinue The View. Insiders were aware that the network was actually taking a break to deal with urgent legal and contractual issues. The show was in danger of failing. Employees began packing as the prospect of losing their jobs became apparent. Sunny was criticized for blending sensational rumors with evidence-based analysis. Although some commended her for daringly tackling delicate subjects, others contended that her remarks exuded irresponsibility and might damage the show's standing. Nearly immediately, social media exploded, dividing into opposing groups. Supporters on one side praised Sunny as a fearless truth-teller who wasn't scared to criticize influential people. She was accused by critics, however, of using cheap sensationalism that was far from the journalistic professionalism for which The View was renowned. Melania Trump's legal team didn't take long to reply. Tensions increased when they issued a statement denouncing Sunny's comments as hurtful, unfounded, and slanderous. They made reference to a lawsuit even before it was formally filed, stating that it was an essential measure to safeguard the First Lady's legacy from unjustified attacks. Shockwaves were sent through The View's production crew just by the statement. Even though Sunny didn't accuse Melania of anything specifically, it was obvious that her remarks had offended someone. Behind the scenes, The View turned into a pressure cooker. Executives hurried to analyze the situation. Legal counsel was consulted to see whether Melania's allegations were credible, and co-hosts were allegedly told to exercise caution when speaking on the air. According to insiders, even seasoned cast members like Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg were especially nervous during production meetings. One insider said, "It felt like we were walking on eggshells. Nobody was certain of what would occur next." Despite the storm that was building, Sunny maintained her composure. She claimed that her comments were protected by the First Amendment as fair analysis, but in private, people close to her disclosed that she was struggling with the fallout. She started skipping advertising events and appeared more reclusive when being filmed. According to some theories, Sunny was struggling with the idea that her remarks would have jeopardized not only her career, but the show as a whole. The issue only became worse over the next few days. Already leery of the controversial reputation of the show, sponsors started removing their advertisements. A prominent cosmetic brand and a well-known house cleaning firm discreetly broke off their relationship with The View. The financial consequences were substantial. ABC executives began to think of dramatic ways to save the show's reputation, such as maybe firing Sunny. Finally, during a live taping, the stress boiled over. The co-host was talking about a recent celebrity memoir, which is a very harmless subject, when Sunny suddenly started crying. Both her co-hosts and viewers were shocked by her unexpected emotional meltdown. Whoopi swiftly switched to a commercial break, but the harm had already been done. Minutes after Sunny's collapse, videos of it went viral online, leading to a new round of conjecture about what was going on behind the scenes. On the morning after, Sunny did not appear on the show. Fans were not persuaded by the producer's claims that she was taking a brief leave of absence. There were rumors that ABC management had pushed her off the air in order to prevent more harm. Noting irreversible damage to the former First Lady's character, Melania Trump's legal team formally filed the $100 million defamation case.
Administration as opposed to a Biden administration.
And what if anything, she wishes she could have done differently in the past 4 years? Or
Something like that.
Yeah.
I followed up because I was surprised at the answer. Look, I think it wasn't so much about the question, but it was really more about the answer.
Not a thing comes to mind.
Not a thing comes to mind. And that's why I followed up with, is there anything you would do differently? And the reason I followed up is because, that wasn't a gotcha question. That was a layup, really.
It was an important question, and I think one she should have expected.
That's what I thought. I actually...
The lawsuit's scope was unheard of. It designated The View's producers and ABC executives as co-defendants in addition to specifically targeting Sunny. In addition to demanding monetary compensation, the legal team contended that Sunny's remarks were made maliciously and called for a public apology. Despite the laborious efforts of ABC's legal department to prepare a defense, the network was already dealing with the possibility of long-term harm to its reputation. The animosity between the co-hosts became unavoidable backstage. After putting on a united front, the panelists now seemed to be at odds. Joy Behar allegedly took Sunny's side, claiming that the lawsuit was an assault on journalistic independence and free expression. But Whoopi Goldberg reportedly became irritated with the incident and bemoaned in private that Sunny's comments had been needless and careless. Alyssa Farah Griffin and Sarah Haynes attempted to be impartial, but it was obvious that they were uncomfortable on air. As the case developed, additional information regarding Sunny's statements surfaced. Critics accused her of putting sensationalism ahead of truth after court documents showed that her remarks had been based on unreliable sources. The disclosures spurred a larger discussion about the obligations of public personalities in the media at a time of widespread disinformation. The View continued to show without Sunny for weeks, but viewership fell precipitously. Devoted viewers complained that the program was becoming less compelling without her incisive commentary. Her absence was praised by others, who said it was an essential step to rebuild the program's reputation. Sunny, who was conspicuously absent from the last show, said nothing as rumors circulated over her future. And suddenly The View, a cultural mainstay of daytime television, faced an uncertain future. Did this mark the end of an era or just a brief hiatus? Fans lamented the loss of a program that had influenced public opinion for decades, while critics interpreted it as a warning about the fine line that separates audacious speech from reckless risk. There are still unsolved questions. Was Sunny's outburst the final nail in the coffin? Did the network mishandle the crisis? And what does this downfall say about the ever-blurring boundaries between free speech, legal accountability, and media sensationalism? We'd love to hear what y'all think about this. Let us know in the comments.